All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the WDN Chatline podcast. I go by CB, and I'm here with two of my teammates. I'm gonna introduce them to you guys. I got my girl Carly and my boy WD. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Okay, and we got a lot to get to tonight, but before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and break down a few things that we're gonna do for the page. I'm gonna start back for all the gamers. I'm gonna start back playing Madden again once a week. Um, how I'm gonna do it? I'm gonna just draw a name and then whatever team I select, I'll play for that week up until the preseason start. So for all the gamers, the ones who just wanna, tune in and have a good time, we can talk Saints football while I'm playing. Just some entertainment. You guys tune in. So we're gonna get that started back up. Okay, and another thing, we have two highlight videos on the podcast page, created by my boy WD. It's a Davenport highlight and it's a Alvin Kamara highlight. So you guys definitely go and check that out. For the ones that don't know, the videos that he made on his page, he has started doing on the podcast page. So he is no longer, making highlight vids of Saints players on his page. So just stay tuned and go check it out if you haven't. Okay, so basically the rundown tonight, we're gonna go around the league, take a little bit of time, go around the league, and then we're going to start a Saints breakdown. We're gonna start breaking down every position, basically the starters, and then maybe a key rotational player. We're not gonna break down every single player on the team. It's gonna be the starter, and then a key rotational player, a backup. And tonight we will start with our running back committee. And then after we do that, we're just gonna open the phone lines up for you guys to call in, and we're gonna have a little Saints discussion. So that's basically how the show is gonna go tonight. So let's go ahead and get into this thing. Let's start with around the league news. You guys know we've been talking about this COVID, on every show, which every other day something new is coming out. And per source, the NFL, they are expecting a high number of COVID cases. They already gonna say they're expecting a high number of COVID cases when camp starts. So my question to y'all is, do you think key players will start opting out once they see they see the risk, but when they start seeing these numbers being high and stuff like that, as it get closer, do y'all think they're gonna start backing out? And how y'all feel about the NFL still trying to proceed with this?
As far as them backing out, I feel like they shouldn't even have to think about it. It should be a no-go. If the players are not playing, then we won't have a season, which we should not have anyways. As far as the NFL goes, it's a business. They want their money. I can see that as a double-edged sword. On one end, I can see them having it because, again, it's a business. They want to have their money, and they want to make it. So they want to have the season. But at the same time, I think that they shouldn't have it because the risk. They know the risk. They already have key players that's had this. For instance, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. That's just two players off the Dallas team right now, who are the Dallas team. They are the biggest players on that team. But I think it's very, very irresponsible of them to try to want to still have a season in this pandemic, unless this they take this as this being our new norm, as if they think that the coronavirus is not going anywhere. It is here to stay. This is just the new world order, and this is just the world that we have to live in. Maybe that's why they want to have it, because they don't see it going anywhere. But it is in Texas alone. These cases have skyrocketed to the point where we're in phase 2 right now in Texas. So I don't think that I just think that they should cancel it. I think that, especially the starters can't risk their health at all. Like, we can't risk them at all. We shouldn't have to risk anybody. But for the purpose of the video and the topic, the starters shouldn't even have to think about coming to work. They not to mention how disrespectful it is for the NFL they said that if a player gets the coronavirus, they're gonna get put on a non-NFL injury list, so they won't get paid. So the NFL wants you to play and risk your health, potentially your life. But if you get the virus, they're gonna put you on a non-NFL injury list, and you ain't gonna get paid your money. It's like, oh well, if you get it, you get it. But we ain't paying you if you do.
All right. WD.
Okay, first thing first, I want to say shout out to the chat. Shout out Jerry Ford Jr. Shout out Travis 504. How y'all doing? Shout out for everybody else that's watching us. All I gotta say is yes, it's definitely irresponsible. It's unnecessary. Probably shouldn't have a season, but I'm here to tell you that the season will start. I just think it's going to end up as a disaster. I think the season is going to be postponed later this fall. And if not later this fall, maybe sometime next year, maybe springtime. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about that CD.
So do you think that, like, let's say if the season starts next year, do you think we should start at like game 1 and just let it go on from there and just push everything back, or do you think that, whatever it should stick to its regular schedule and whenever it starts back up, whatever week that will be, we just start from that week?
That's tough because it's a long process. Like everything in the NFL is a big process. So I can't really answer that. I can say like I can say like if they're postponing the season, for instance, if week 1 after week 1 and week 2 is played, like maybe they can finish the season. But honestly, like I said, I can't really answer that because no telling what the NFL is going to do at this point.
And then just imagine if you get just say that last until the winter, because they predicting a second wave of this to come this winter. Just say it gets into the winter, you get into week 14, 15, and then Michael Thomas get the coronavirus and the division is on the line. We have to win both games and we in. Just say Michael Thomas and Kamara, Michael Thomas and Breeze did it. I mean, just something, wild like that. So I don't even want to be, living through the season, on the edge of my chair, hoping don't nobody get it. So I mean, that's gonna take the excitement out of it, really. But at the end of the day, if it happened, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be in my seats, ready to watch. I mean, of course,
Yeah,
we all diehards. We're gonna be here to watch,
I'm
but
gonna watch. I'm
yeah,
definitely
for
gonna
sure.
watch. I'm just
For
saying
sure.
it shouldn't be on my TV.
yeah, but yeah, I doubt it's gonna get to week 1, but yeah, it's definitely gonna start. But that's basically it. Like I said, we've been talking about this week after week, but it's just new stuff coming out. And then I heard something about some shield or something that they were all 32 teams was gonna test out, and then the players showing their disagreement. So it's you know, but let's get into something else. Another thing that came out that the league banned was players from exchanging jerseys after the games. Here we go with something else is going to take the excitement out of the game. Even though the game is over, we really ain't seeing that like that. But you know, you starting to get on the players' bad side. You pissing them off by saying, now they pissed off, and you just coming up with stuff, and then it's gonna come to a point where they like, man, I'm not doing, I'm not gonna take the risk. So how y'all feel about them taking away you know, the post game jersey swaps? And
I
I'm
personally
assuming,
don't have a problem with that because that literally just started like a phenomenon maybe 3 years ago. So we have been watching football for forever without them swapping jerseys. So I'm completely fine without them swapping jerseys. But on the other hand, it's kind of like, wait, so you have these guys playing for damn near 3 hours, tackling each other, pushing each other around, touching each other. But swapping jerseys is where you draw the line. Really? You know how silly that sounds. I mean, I get it though, but it's just it's comical. Unless you sit on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see how they want somebody to, physically, bump up against each other. You got, I mean, that's air right there. You already touching each other, but ban that. But I mean, like I said, the game is over. Far as from a fan's view, the game is really over at that point. So it really ain't no big. It won't be as big of an issue to us than it is the players. But I mean, I'm just saying it's
Right.
just stuff that's just pissing off the players, and then it's gonna come to a point where they're like, man, just bump it. Let's not even play.
Because they're trying to
Who
find
knows?
any excuse that they can to have a season when they know in reality we shouldn't be having one.
That's true. Okay, well, let's get into something else. The Redskins, how y'all feel on them finally changing the name? It's official now. Like I said, we know that they should have changed it for years. Um, so how y'all feeling on that?
Long
It
overdue,
was
I
long.
guess. Oh no, you can go, Carly.
Oh no, it was. I just feel like it was long overdue. But at this point, is it really the name that we want to talk about when we're talking about the Redskins? Do you see all the drama they got going on with racism and sexual assaults and like their organization is in turmoil right now. So the last thing they need to be worried about is a name change. I'm glad that that finally happened. Better late than never. But their organization got some damage control that they need to get to, and they're trying to hide it fast. And the reason why I say that because when the shit was hitting the fan for the Saints, and them supposed to be with the sex acts with the Catholic Church and everything, everybody wanted to talk about it. It was everywhere. It was number one trending on Twitter. But the Redskins, they got something deep going on over in that organization. They're trying so hard to just sweep it up against the rug so nobody finds out about it. But it's out there, but nobody's really talking about it. And the name change should be the last thing that they need to be worried about. Happy it got done though.
All right. Okay, and one more thing, and we can go on and get into this positional groups. How y'all feel on Cam joining the Patriots? And do y'all think he make them playoff contenders? Well,
I
not
think
playoff contenders, CFC contenders.
they always gonna be AFC contenders because look who's in the AFC. So they're always going to be contenders. And this, to me personally, this is this is a big step for the New England Patriots because with Cam Newton, they're not only getting a quarterback with an arm like Tom Brady, but they're getting a quarterback that's just as mobile, just like Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? Cam is the true package. It's just getting a team around him that can work with him and complement what he does. Because a lot of times people look at New England and they think of Tom Brady, but Tom Brady, even his wife Giselle Butcher said when they lost the Super Bowl to the New York Giants, well, he can't throw and catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of what people try to look past. Tom couldn't throw and catch the ball. He had some receivers, some backs, a bunch of players that was catching those balls for him. It wasn't just time, but that's all we talk about. Um, and with him, with him being able to throw, with him being able to run, you gotta give him people that can catch the ball and that can complement his style of play because he can only do so much. Brady is a pocket quarterback. Cam is not that at all.
Okay, there
I,
you
I, I
go.
just want I just want to say right quick, shout out to Bishop, One Love, good to see you, man. Uh, how I feel about it, I'm curious to see how Cam Newton's gonna look with the Patriots. I mean, first of all, I'll say, will they let Cam be Cam? Will they let Cam run around, like he does? But I'm really really curious because to be honest with you, I feel like his final years with the Panthers, his arm felt like it seemed like his arm. fell off after so many injuries, But I'm just very curious to see how he looks, with Bill Belichick, man. I just want to see. I'm. It's really to me, it's a weird duel, from a coach, a head coach to quarterback. But we'll see about
That's a lot of ego.
it. Yeah, you ain't lying about that.
But yeah, as far as the AFC East, I think all they just have to worry about the Bills, and that's basically it. As far as the division goes,
Yeah, I'll definitely say that Cam Newton could definitely make the Patriots stay up with him.
Yeah.
I could definitely see. I just gotta see him healthy though. I don't know. His health issues is what's been his
I think
downfall
we're
in
gonna
the
hear
past
help
season.
Cam because lately on social media, Cam been on social media more now than
Yeah.
he has ever been, and he's been ranting. He's been going about his days like he got a chip on his shoulder. He already said they let him down, they gave up on him. He got something to prove, and I think he's gonna prove that. But they just have to put the right pieces to surround Cam.
Yeah.
uh,
One more thing I do want to say about Cam Newton. I hope he changes fine. Somebody don't ever
Yeah,
see him looking at that crap. Yeah.
need to have a
all right,
translation.
we can just give a little thoughts on one more thing, then we can get into the positional groups. How y'all feeling on Mahomes' new deal? Do y'all think that's good for the league, or do
Worth
you
it.
think it's going to potentially hurt some players?
Man, I think it's absurd. Like 10 years. Granted, a lot of players, what they need to do is read their contracts because a lot of people is just seeing 400 or 500 million, however much it was. He is not getting 400 or 500 million dollars. Okay, he's only going to get what's guaranteed. And not for that in those 10 years, he can't play basketball. He can't get injured. It's a whole lot in that contract that he cannot do because they're giving him so much. He is restricted. Okay, basically all he can do since he signed that contract is play football. Does he deserve enough the money? Yeah. He won a Super Bowl for them. You know what I'm saying? He is. He has one of the best, if not the best, arms in the NFL right now. But for 10 years, I feel like he could have set the bar high for a shorter amount of time. But good for him. Good for him.
Okay, and shout out to Dirt Paulin. This is my first time seeing you in the chat. And shout out to everybody that's tuning in. We will get on AK in a few minutes, but far as hearing any word on the new deal or contract, I hadn't heard anything, you know, as of yet. But I'm pretty sure, within the next few weeks, we should start hearing a little rumblings about the deal. We don't want to let them step out into the free agency market next offseason if it get to that point. So we will see. Okay. Now, like I said, what we was gonna do, start breaking down every position group on the team. So we will start today with the running backs. So we have Alvin Kamara, we got Latavius Murray, we have Dwayne Washington and Tom Montgomery. All of these guys played key factors last year on the team, whether it was special team. No. Ty was with the Jets last year, but he played a key role, with the Jets last year. Special teams returner. I'm not sure exactly what he was doing, but the ones familiar with him know what his role is probably going to be with us. But we can go ahead and get started with AK. I got his stats from last year. He had 171 attempts for 797 yards. Go to the next stat. Latavius Murray had 146 attempts for 637 yards. So we're just gonna start with those two. One thing that stands out to me, What those two is the number of attempts that was given to each back. Kamara, he didn't miss, a substantial amount of time for his missing games, and these attempts were almost similar. So how y'all feeling on that? Do y'all think? Well, just give me y'all thoughts on that, as far as the attempts almost being about even.
Can you read the attempts again for me?
Kamar had 171 attempts, and Latavius had 146.
I'm gonna say this: Latavius Murray needs more attempts. I feel like this. I feel like we should treat Latavius Murray how we treated Mark Ingram when he here. The more you get him the ball, the more he eats. They also keep Elvin Kamara upright. That's what I'll say.
I agree on that because the thing that most people don't understand is Elvin Kamara was never the number one running back for the Saints. As good as he is, he was never the number one running back. It was always Mark Ingram and then Elvin Kamara. And then when we got Latavius Murray, a lot of people thought, well, since Mark is gone, that's just going to move AK up. But Latavius was physical. He was bigger. He ran harder. Elvin is fun to watch. They both are, but Latavius definitely needs more. He needs to touch that ball more. We know what AK can do. We know how phenomenal of a player he is, but Latavius needs more touches.
Absolutely.
Latavius
He needs
is
more touches than Kamara, or just more touches in general.
definitely more than definitely more than Kamara. Because I feel like with Latavius, we haven't seen his true potential. We haven't seen his true potential yet. I think that he got something up his sleeves that we just got to unlock. He just haven't been having enough touches to just unload and give it to us.
I'll
Elvin,
say this. I'll say at the end of the season, you could definitely tell that Elvin Kamara he wasn't as healthy, and I felt like a lot of times we was they was definitely Sean was definitely forcing the ball. He was definitely forcing Kamara to play. You know what I'm saying? At least to get more snaps. I feel like Murray he rarely got touches towards the end of the season at all. In the
because he
playoff game, go ahead.
go, you can go. I'm sorry.
Now I'm just saying in the playoff game, Murray he didn't. I feel like he didn't get any touches. Uh, yeah, pretty much at the end of the season, he didn't get that many touches that you thought he would get, especially after Kamara was injured for a few weeks. You know, the Bears game and the Cardinal game, Murray did good. He had a couple of touchdowns, and he even had some passing touchdowns. So I don't know what happened there. And it's like when Kamara got back on the field, it felt like they kept forcing a lot of snaps with Kamara.
I feel like Kamara will get more yards than Latavius Murray because he is so fast. He is so explosive. He not only did you guys see him put on some weight, he has put on some weight, and I think that that is going to actually Kamara has, and I think that's actually going to work to his advantage to be a little bit bigger. But I think that Latavius needs more touches than Elvin, but I think that Elvin will have more yards because he's just that much faster. He's just that much slippery, and he's just that much versatile. Like it's hard to take Elvin down, but when you have Latavius getting the snaps, but Elvin Kamara in the back of your pocket, just having Elvin on the field, his presence just makes the defense shake, you know. And so you have to keep that weapon back there. It's kind of like, and I hate to do this because I know on one of our other shows that we're gonna do in the future, we're gonna do our receivers. But it's kind of like what Michael Thomas. They always want to say all he do is run slants, but even if he ran circles, they still couldn't stop him, even if they knew what he was gonna do. I feel the same way with Elvin. You know what he's gonna run. You know what he's gonna do. But guess what? Every time a defensive player tries to stop him, they're ripping his shirt. He's dragging him 10 yards, 15 yards up the field. He is so fast that I think the yards will be there for him regardless of how many touches he gets. That's why I feel like Latavius need more touches. We know what Elvin can do. We know what he's gonna do. And like I said, he's put on some weight now, so he's gonna be a monster we're gonna get out of Elvin the year that we seen his rookie year when he got rookie of the year. And we're gonna get that in this some. I think that this is gonna be the year that Elvin is gonna be 100% healthy, and we're gonna see that beast that he always wanted us to see, but we couldn't because even at 70% healthy last year, he still gave us a good season. But this year is gonna be his standout season, and we're gonna be like, that's Elvin, Minty, and Camara right there.
All right. Well, I mean, that said, when it comes to contract talks and stuff, all of them factors is going to be looked at.
Yeah.
Now, if Latavius is getting more carries, I ain't gonna say touches, I say carries. Because AK gonna be getting, he gonna be
Yeah.
getting some catches too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll say with Latavius, y'all saying he should get more carries. Now that's gonna be something
I
that they look at once
I
they.
wouldn't say okay. I wouldn't necessarily see more carries, but I'll say a balance. Because if you remember, like that Bills game, if you remember that Bills game from 2017 when we had Ingram, it felt like they had almost the same amount of carries. It was just wearing out the defense. Just running straight down their throat. I feel like if they give both of them a good, just the same amount of touches, like at least feed Latavius the second half of the game. But I mean, like if you look back at the 49ers game, they was giving Latavius Murray the ball first a few times, and it opened things up, and that's when Kamara he had a little burst in that game. So
All right. So when it comes to well, I ain't gonna say that. I'm just saying his contract. That's gonna be a discussion in the next couple of weeks. What kind of numbers are you looking that he should get? Do you think he should get paid as a top five back? With another running back on the team getting more carries than him, or I mean,
I
how,
think
how
that. Woo, I think that first of all, I think that Christian McCaffrey, Ezekiel Elliott, and now Derrick Henry, I think that they have set the bar extremely high as far as the running back market goes with money. But with saying that, I say that those guys deserve that money. Okay, Christian McCaffrey was the Carolina Panthers. Derrick Henry did make the Tennessee Titans go what it was. Ezekiel Elliott was as phenomenal as that paycheck says that he is. As far as Elvin goes, like we've been saying, he hasn't been healthy, and all we can do is go by what we see. Like we personally know that he deserves to be paid like that. But if we're being completely honest, we can only pay you by what you have, your performance at what you've been giving us.
whew.
three? I mean, yeah, especially this past season. I mean, he went. I mean, he was looked at as the number one back. I mean, going into the season, he was. I mean, far as a rusher, and pass catch back, but they say injuries. I mean, but you out there though. I mean, he was out there on the field.
I
So
think he will be. I think that he will be paid fairly. I think that he will be compensated in the way in which he deserves to be compensated. I feel like they will not underpay him. I just don't think that his contract will be as big as Christian McCaffrey and Ezekiel Elliott. I don't think he's getting those big of numbers, but I do think he will be paid fairly.
I just want to say shout out to the Chad King Jaja. Welcome. I'm not really good with these numbers. I just let Mickey do him. That being said, pay that man. That's all I gotta say.
What did you
right,
say?
Pay that man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
with you on
yeah,
that.
they
Definitely pay that man.
can't let the man walk out the building. I mean, I know Sean good at with getting bats, but you know, it ain't guaranteed every single time that you just gonna find that bat.
But at the
So,
same time, I really don't trust Sean. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been saying it about a few players. You know what I'm saying? At different positions. Because we never thought that Sean would give up Jimmy Graham. You know what I'm saying? I know Jimmy was complaining this, that, and the third. I'm just saying there were times where we always thought that they would just work something out with our top players, and we let them walk. But we'll just have to see.
right. Okay, and I see my brother in the chat. When we open up the lines, man, you free to come in and give your thoughts on Henry's contract. For a few minutes. Okay, so that's about it on those two. I mean, far as do I think AK will hold out? Um, I could see that possibly happening. I mean, if we go into, I don't think that he gonna just play the season out without getting some type of new deal. I think once training camp come, he gonna hold out if he don't
especially,
have no deal.
especially with the T.
Say that again.
No, I'm saying especially with the virus. I didn't really want to see the name. I was just cold naming T virus.
Yeah. And then just imagine if I don't know if they cancel the season. I don't know how that would go with players' contract. I don't know
I,
if the season
yeah,
just said the season got canceled. Will that fourth year count, or will they have to replay that fourth year? I'm talking about
it's
like when it comes to the deals.
yeah, it's a lot. I couldn't even answer it.
I don't know either. But if we're going by other sports, I know like in the NBA, I know that if you're not able to play like your rookie year or you get injured and the next time that you're able to play a season that they consider that your rookie year, which is why people like Ben Simmons became rookie of the year 2 years after he got into the NBA because his ass was injured and he couldn't play the same with Blake Griffin out of Oklahoma. And but I don't know how that works with the NFL. But I would assume that if they can't have a season, then they won't count this season as like their fourth year or something because they didn't play that year. Jimmy
Okay.
Graham wasn't as good as he thought he was. That was all Breeze. Exactly. And when Jimmy Graham was with Drew Brees, they considered him one of the top, if not the top tight end at the time, next to Rob Gronkowski. But as soon as he left and went on to Seattle, they hated him there. He went on and he went to Green Bay Packers. He couldn't do anything there. It was like Jimmy who?
Yeah, and really, Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy. When it comes his downfall, he was just soft. When it was time to block.
The thing
He really.
the thing is, and a lot of players do this, and it really annoys me when they get drafted and they ask, "Well, what do you think you're going to do?" And these players, their first response that they're quick to give is, "I'm just here to play football, and I'm going to do whatever my coach and my team asks me to do to help win ball games." But as soon as they ask you to play a position that you don't like, you want to complain about it. Just like Jimmy Graham, he wanted to get paid like a wide receiver when he was a tight end because he felt like he was playing in most of the wide receiver spots. But it's like just play the position just play the role that they're giving you to play because obviously they need help in that department and they feel like you fit there. Just play it and stop complaining. And that was his issue, and that's why he never got paid the way that he think that he should have. Because he was too bitchy, he was too whiny, he's too much of a crybaby. It was, yeah. Bye, Jimmy. Don't miss you.
Okay. Who that 504 boy said worth 12 a year? It's gonna be somewhere around there between if
Between
if
12 and
if
15.
McCaffrey if McCaffrey got 16 mil, Kamara it'd probably be around 12 to 14 between that range.
Yeah.
But they definitely ain't hitting 16 mil. I mean, I hope he don't think that he about to do that. I mean, it's just how many people we got due up for deals. But okay, let's get to these next two bets. We got Dwayne Washington and Ty Montgomery. Okay,
Really
with
nice.
Dwayne Washington, um, he had 8 attempts for 60 yards. That was his rushing attempts. He only had 6 receiving yards. Basically, he played special teams
Right.
last year. Good special team player, and really these rushing stats and stuff probably came at the end of a game when we was up on somebody.
Well, no,
And
not really, because he got quite a few yards when we played against the Carolina Panthers, and they were up 31-0 on us. And Dwayne did get us a first down and get some yards for us there. He also got us some good yards when we was playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. So he didn't just play special teams. Um, and he played running back too. He did get some touches at running back position, not just the special teams. I like Dwayne, and the reason why I
Yeah.
like Dwayne, I feel like he's gonna be. I feel like he's that diamond in the rough, and Sean is just not letting him shine the way that we see him being able to shine. The way that I feel about Dwayne, it's the same way I felt when we drafted Boston Scott out of Louisiana Tech, and then we let him go to the Philadelphia Eagles. And he went there and he started for the Philadelphia Eagles. I felt like, just like what you said, Sean knows how to get some backs. Dwayne is a phenomenal running back. I feel like he needs to touch that ball more, and we need to see more of him. I feel like he can go on any team and can be a starter because of how good he really is. And I feel like because we have Latavius Murray, because we have Alvin Kamara, he doesn't get to shine the way that we know that he can. His light is so dimmed because he's behind two phenomenal players where he has to try to get some kind of light in between them, and that's just not happening. He's the type of person that Sean will put in 9 times out of 10 if we're up against somebody leading by a lot and they just want to take the starters out and let them rest and let's put him in, you know? But he's not going up against the best of our opponent's defense. But I feel like he can do that. That's why I think he would be a complete stud for somebody else. He would do good for the New York Giants. He would on the side of Saquon. I feel like he would do great in Cincinnati. I also think that he would fit really good in Atlanta. Y'all don't kill me. But he is so underrated, and I feel like Sean is not doing him any justice on the talent that he has. You
Well,
know,
I would say I definitely agree that I would like to see Dwayne Washington as the third running back. The only thing with him is he's not. I would say he's not as great as a pass catcher, but I'll definitely take him as a third running back, and that's going towards when I talk about Ty Montgomery, I'm gonna say this: get Austin Carr ass off the team because Austin Carr should not be on the team. Ty Montgomery should be our slot guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if we keep four running backs, and depending on how many receivers we keep, it'll be good to have four running backs and Ty Montgomery in that slot room. I feel like that's the way it should be.
yep. Because
Yeah,
Ty,
because
Ty,
Todd, Todd definitely he definitely gonna make the team. I think he gonna make the team. You know,
Ty,
What?
he was entertaining to watch. He was entertaining to watch with the Jets. I actually watched him a little bit when he was with who was that? The Green Bay Packers. He was with the Green Bay Packers before he got with the Jets. He was with them for some years, and he was nice to watch for the Green Bay Packers, considering what they do and the kind of offense that they run. But I agree. I think that he will make the team. I just don't see him getting as many touches, and I think that he should. But it's hard, and that's why we are not the coaches, and we don't make those calls.
but yeah, Ty what Ty. I'm not sure exactly what. I'm pretty sure he was on special teams with the Jets, but he definitely give us some flexibility at the running back position, and if Deontay Harris gets hurt, he can definitely fill in that role. So then that Tommy Lee, it's no way he should be on the squad now. Now that you got a punt and kick returner, you know, Tommy Lee shouldn't be a part of the roster. But let's see. Carly saying she can't hear. Okay. But yeah, the Tommy Lee it shouldn't be no issue with him. It shouldn't be no issue with him making the team. I definitely gonna give us some versatility. We gonna be great. I want to see this comment. Carly, you here? Yes, and here. Let's see. Let me get up back in here. But I see a comment. Okay, he said if y'all offer Kamal for a year, he's going bye bye. Um, no, I don't think. Like I said, McCaffrey at 16, and I don't think he'll go below 12. But I think between 12 and 14 million will be decent. Like I said, in my opinion, I think y'all underpaid Derrick Henry. Y'all just gave this man a 4-year 50 million dollar contract. I think that was kind of, in my opinion, underpaid because Derrick Henry took y'all cats, to somewhere y'all could even dream of. Because you knew y'all that had y'all's expectations wasn't nowhere near that, but that's not, my team. It's just, it's just my thoughts on that comment. Okay, so any more thoughts on Ty? Carla, can you hear? Can you hear us, Carla?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all have any more thoughts on Ty Montgomery? Do y'all think he's making the 53?
Well, one thing for sure, I definitely can see him making the 53, but with him right now, I guess he has concern over the C virus. But yeah, he's definitely saying safety first. But other than that, I could definitely see him making the 53.
And just imagine how much depth that's going to give us depth at receiver too in the slot.
Yeah, it'll give us depth as long as we let Austin Carr and Tommy Lee go.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just being truthful.
Yeah, you right. Okay, so that will basically wrap our positional breakdowns up of everybody. What's y'all's predictions on their numbers next? I ask y'all that, and then we can get on to this. Open the phones up for a few minutes. What's y'all's final thoughts on what's y'all predictions stat wise? I think if AK plays all 16 games, he can break the 1,000-yard rusher mark.
I definitely see him getting 1,500 yards rushing.
Ooh, for real?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know. I gotta go. No, they ain't. No, I know they ain't gonna like this. I'm gonna say 800, 900 yards.
I can
I mean,
I can
like
see that.
as far as all purpose, yeah, he'll definitely hit it. And I'll say as close as to 1,800. But yeah, I don't know. Right now, I gotta see. Man.
Yeah, his all-purpose yard definitely gonna be crazy. But I think he'll get over 1,000 because he was right here at 800. With this kind of lousy stretch that he had.
Yeah,
I
I
get
would.
me up.
I, yeah, I would love to see it. He does that. Then yeah, you can easily see. You can definitely see 12, 13 million a year easily.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, well that wraps up the running back segment. Okay, Jerry said I subscribe. Okay. And who that 504 boy said 1,500. Okay,
Yeah, for
we'll
sure.
see. I mean, I want that to happen honestly, but we'll see. We see
I'm
how
going
things
off of
go.
it. Let me tell you what I'm going. I'm going off of this. I'm going off of Elvin being 100% healthy. I'm going off of the workouts that I see this man do. I'm going out over. I'm basing it off of showing that Elvin be Elvin. This man is pushing monster trucks with weights on him. These players, the weight that these players are carrying is nothing compared to the way that this man's been training. He's been training so hard to the point where it'll take at least 3, 4 of your men to stop him. This man is gonna be so explosive that you gotta set the stats high for him because if you don't, you're gonna be madly disappointed. And when he does hit those numbers, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I knew he was gonna do that." Now you did. Then you're gonna come back to this podcast where I said he was gonna get 1,500, and y'all gonna say, "Oh, Carly said that." Watch what I tell you.
I tell you what, he gets look, he gets that. That means we win in the Super Bowl, right? Because that means we're running the ball.
Yes.
And that definitely means O-line doing what they're supposed to do too.
As much as we curse Sean Payton out on Twitter, his ass better run the ball. He's blocked so many people because they tell him to run the damn ball. Oh, he know. He hear us and he see us.
All
Yeah,
right.
he does.
Thank you to everybody that's subscribing to my YouTube channel. I truly appreciate it. I promise I will get some content out to you guys this weekend. Keep following
And
me.
that being said, I would like to say please like and share. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for rocking with us.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna send the link to the comment section. We're gonna get into some Saints discussion, and whoever wants to call in and chop it up with us for a few minutes, we ask no more than 5 minutes. Um, but whoever want to come in and chop it up with us about Saints football, or if anybody from any other team wants to chop it up with us, feel free to do so. But
Yes,
until
guys.
then,
And keep in mind, we do want one person at a time.
right.
Yeah, so if your call don't get answered first, be patient. We will get to you. We just want to do one person at a time so everybody can be heard.
Okay, well, let's get into some Saints discussion. I do want to give Tom Bitson, rest in peace. His birthday was last Sunday, I believe. Last Sunday or Monday. But I just want to give a shout out to him. I'm glad that he taught Rita. Before he passed, I know he was giving Rita, the game on, what to do. When it was her time to take over once he passed, and she's doing just that. You can see resemblance, on how she's interacting with the players and teams. It's a good thing to have a good owner like that because if you go around these other teams can't really say that.
Oh
You
man.
Maybe it was
and
his age, but you can definitely tell the difference between when it was Tom to now when it's Miss Rita Benson. You can definitely see the difference. You can definitely feel the difference, and this all I got. This all I got, dog. I'm in the garage. I ain't got no light. This all I got. You got you. Listen, don't talk for me.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, Tom Benson, man, he was interactive with the fans, and I'm just glad that he gave game to Rita Benson. Rita, she had been doing some things. I know she recently made Juneteenth that holiday, paid holiday. So, you know, it's just good that we got a good owner. Okay, we got Jerry on the line. Jerry, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's
Not
up?
much.
What's
What's
going
your
on, CB?
Oh, not much, man. I'm chilling.
All right, how you doing, WD?
I'm doing good. How about you, Jerry?
Doing great, man. How you doing, Carly?
I'm doing phenomenal. Thank you, Jerry. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Okay, well, we talking about just giving some thoughts on Tom Benson. His birthday was last Sunday, I believe. So we've just given a few well wishes. You know, so what's your thoughts on that? And what his wife is doing with the team now, far as ownership.
Well, I was listening to everything y'all was saying earlier about
Thank you.
possibly not not having a season or having a season with all this pandemic still going on. I just say shut it down and just get ready for next year because the way this is going with this COVID-19, I just don't see us having a season. I don't know.
This is the perfect time for that phrase when you say health is wealth
Yep.
because it truly is in this pandemic right now. The fact that they're still trying to have a season while all of this is going on, it really is mind blowing to me because whether they have a season or if they don't, they're still going to be a $1 billion company. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Exactly.
Right.
ridiculous. Not only that, but like I said earlier in the show, if you get the COVID, if you catch COVID-19, then you're going on a non-NFL injury list, and they're not going to pay you.
Nope. Yeah, you're right about that.
Okay.
Have any questions for us?
Well, not a whole lot. Just thought I'd check on y'all and see how y'all and your families are doing and everything with this stuff still going on. Just making sure y'all okay and everything.
Thank you, thank you. We're doing good.
We're
Yeah.
doing good.
Oh, CB.
Yeah.
I did catch the video Saturday. I think it was with was that Big Q and TJ Jones. I did catch it, but
Yeah.
I didn't catch it live. I just saw the replay of it.
Okay. I appreciate you tuning in.
Oh,
You know,
not a
they
problem,
definitely
man.
doing good work that way.
Yep. So
We,
that was
we appreciate that, Jerry.
not a problem, WD. Y'all know y'all my family.
Thank you. We appreciate that a lot.
Yep. But no, I don't have a whole lot of questions. Like I said, I just want to pop on here and say hello and all that stuff, and just keep praying. Hopefully things will work out.
Okay,
Praying for
man.
you
Well,
too.
we're definitely glad to have you on, man. And we'll chop it up with you, man. Just stay safe out there, man.
You do this, y'all do the same. Y'all have a good night, and we'll talk on the next time.
Good night. Thank
All
you.
right.
Good night. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Let's see. Okay. We got King Jaja. King Jaja, what's up with you, man? King Jaja, what's up with you, fam?
Unable to place call on your Bluetooth phone.
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. What's up with you?
So,
Hello?
hey, y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can.
You going in and out. But while you get things situated, let's see. Yeah, he's having some technical difficulties, but while he's getting things together, we can move on. So basically, shout out to Tom Betts. You know, okay, the Saints. You know, they giving ticket holders the chance to opt out of this season. Okay, he's back up here. Hello?
Hey, my bad, y'all. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you. What's up
Yeah,
with
good. Hey, y'all, what's going on, man? Sorry for the technical difficulties, man. It is what it is.
you? You fine? What you got for us, man? How your Texans looking?
I
Any
mean,
updates?
updates really. I know y'all seen that. The I guess the that D Hop tweet, that 24 nothing tweet. I mean, it's all cool. It's all cool. It's all fun, man. Um, Sometimes when players leave, it's hard feelings, and I guess it got out that I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to get nobody on Kirby fired, but D Hop threw a fit after the game, and it got heated, and players went their separate ways, and that's all I'm got to say on that. So as far as D Hop and Bill O'Brien, it's not good, but my boys over there take some filter, man. They interview some players, man, and it's just like they seem like sometimes certain players and coaches not gonna get along. It's not like Bill O'Brien a racist or nothing. It was just a bad relationship just with them two. But it's great between him and Deshaun and the other players. Like they like him and they want to play for him. So that's what's going on for my team from that standpoint.
But rumor had it that D Hop left off on bad terms with the head coach anyways. Like they were butting heads about things that D Hop was doing that he just didn't agree with.
Yeah.
And for example, like he kept saying that Dehab kept bringing his baby mother to the practice facility, and they would just be roaming around backstage and things like that. And I get that, keep your people at home when you at work. You know what I'm saying? When you're here at work, you're here to conduct business, and you're getting paid a lot of money to do this. So I get that, but at the same time, it's not what you say; it's how you say it. And a lot of the time, a
Yeah.
lot of these coaches, they sit on their high horses, and they gotta understand, just because you paying us for our talent, you need us. You know what I'm saying? To make you look good. And then a lot of these guys,
Yeah.
they grew up in the hood. They not about to let nobody just talk to them any kind of way just because they got some kind of authority. You respect me,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna respect you, cause he a grown man first and foremost, you
Yeah.
know. And just like he left Texas and went
Yeah.
got money and got paid to play at Arizona, that's just how it is with every player. So you have to respect these players because they make you look good just like you make them look good. And DeAndre Hopkins was a big loss for the Texans to the point where even Deshaun Watkins was very down and out about it. And that was a key piece of their offense, and he's no longer there.
Yeah. And about like what happened in the locker room. So here's really what happened. This is why I didn't get out to the media. So after the 24-0 game, Bill O'Brien and Hopkins got into it. That words got said, and that's when that baby mama comment came up, because you know how you get mad and you start saying things like, "Okay, man, I'll let you do this and this and this," and that's when that baby mama comment came up. So he let him do that, but like I said, once things get heated, words get said, it is what it is. And usually his trainer brought up another quote when he was working out with Cooks and Cobb and everybody else in Arizona, talking about how it don't matter who here, just get the job done. And that's the mentality that the Texans have. That's the mentality that the fan base have. So, I mean, Hopkins was a big loss. Don't get me wrong; he's a great receiver, but they believe that all that speed, they can spread the ball around, they can make plays, and Deshaun is a better deep ball thrower than intermediate for some reason. So, we'll see how it turns out. We'll see how it goes. I mean, as a fan, I'm rooting for the best, but it is what it is on that standpoint. But as far as the COVID situation, though, the Texans and Chiefs are on Sunday Night Football, which means opening night, which means it's like they get to try it out first. So the rookies practice starts Saturday, so we get to see how we get to see really how it is, how it can spread and what happens. So really, the players, most vets, they don't care. They want to get back out there because, as you well know, that the Texas and Kansas City game didn't go how they would like, so they want to avenge that loss. So by any means necessary. So I mean, they ready to go. So
And we ask you one
Okay,
more
well,
question.
King,
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead, Carl.
I was just saying thank you to King for his thoughts and his opinion, and thank you for joining us on the show.
yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right.
That just blew my mind. It really blew my mind because I live in Texas and I know how bad COVID is out here. Like it has skyrocketed. And to hear that the Texans are starting their rookie training on Saturday, that's just mind blowing to me because Texas is one of the worst states with this COVID. And they talking about they just want to get out there and play. Like, seriously? You just bored and you tired of being there. You tired of being stuck at home with your family because these players ain't used to being stuck at home all day with their family like this. But yeah,
Hey, Carly. Okay, I just want to say, we got a Panthers guy, FSU. Where you going, bro? Basement. That's what you talking about, bro? Come on through, dog.
Panthers coming this
Come
season.
on, the link is in the comment section. You wanna come in right quick? We got a few minutes. Got a few minutes left. Come in here and get some of this trash talk. Okay, and shout out to Scooby Doo. Get
Scooby,
Fever.
Scooby Doo.
I seen him last night on GQ show. Shout out to you, fam.
Jose Lopez, what's up?
Glad to have you in. Okay, but the Panther fan, yeah, you definitely can come in, man. We'll give you a few seconds.
Yeah. Well, while we're deciding whether he's gonna come in or not, we just want to say thank you to all the loyal fans that's been rocking with us, who's been listening to the shows almost every Thursday. And we want y'all to know that y'all have not gone unnoticed. Even Facebook notices y'all showing y'all loyalty towards us. They're now giving out fan badges that you can put on side of your profile that tells you, hey, you've been the most active on WDN Chatline podcast. So you do get badges for those on Facebook, and Facebook does that themselves. So thank you to everybody that's been sending those posts to us, letting us know that they received that from Facebook. We appreciate y'all so much, and we just want to thank y'all because without y'all, we wouldn't be going as hard as we are for the Saints, and we do this for y'all. So keep rocking with us. We promise we gonna get better. We got some more heat coming for y'all. Y'all will not be disappointed. Just thank you so much. We truly appreciate y'all loyalty.
All right. Well, I guess the Panther fan he's not wanting to hop in, so I guess we can wrap things up. I will say this. We will be back on here July 30th. July 30th. We'll do our next show on July 30th. You know, that'll be the weekend of training camp getting kicked off. So it would definitely be a real interesting show. So make sure you guys tune in. Um, it may be some big breaking news, maybe cancellation of the season. We don't know. You know, or they just gonna look crazy and crazier. Just letting the guys go out there. But we will see. Once again, I'm starting my Madden. It will be this Saturday or Sunday, probably Saturday night. But you guys just tune in, and that's basically gonna be it. Anyone else got any final thoughts?
I'll just say thank you, the whole chat. Thank you, everybody, for rocking with us. We doing this every week, you know. If not every week, every other week, and stick with us.
Right. Okay, you give me a few seconds from figuring out who the opponent going to be. Look at this. Carolina Panthers. That's who I'm going to be
Ah,
playing in Madden to start. I just drew the name in the cup. That's who it is, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, just something for entertainment. You know, that's all we're trying to do, man. We're just trying to bring entertainment and excitement along with giving you guys good Saints content. So once again, stay alert for highlight videos by WD. You know, it's nobody making videos like him. Highlight videos.
nobody,
Let's just keep it high. Let's just keep
nobody.
it high. We're not just saying that. So continue to look out for him. Shout out to him. Okay, let's see. We got somebody trying to come in late. I'm not sure who that is. Um, but once again, just shout out. Who is this? I know this not B.
It looks like it's a Titans fan.
B, what's up? It's a Titan
Who
fan.
is
I'm gonna
it?
give you like
Yo, what's up?
B. Give us a few seconds, man. We about to shut it down, but you give us a few seconds, man. What's your thoughts on Derrick Henry's deal and your Titans in the AFC this season in the AFC South?
I love the deal. It was a team friendly deal. 12.5 million a year. I mean, that's not bad. If you compare Derrick Henry up to the other running backs in the league, the top running backs. So overall, I mean, I love the deal.
He
Yeah,
definitely deserved it.
yeah, he deserved that. He deserved that, man.
Definitely
Uh,
deserved it.
Double
Let's
B,
see.
I do want to ask you. You said, well, I'll just say, are you sure Kamara will want to leave if we offered him 12 million a year?
Yeah, the reason why I say that, I think 12 million is gonna be the floor with Kamar when negotiations start. Because if you compare him to Derrick Henry, Kamar is a pass catcher and he run between the tackles from what I've seen. So he got more of a skill set compared to Derrick Henry. So when the contract start, he gonna be looking at Christian McCaffrey and Ezekiel Elliott. He gonna want that type of money. To see Derrick Henry, he's just a one-dimensional type of back. So 12 million is probably gonna be spitting in his face. He gonna be looking at 15, 16 million. So if y'all offer him 12 million, he probably gonna walk out the door.
Yeah, but at the
That's just
same
my
time,
thought.
when you look at it that way, you also have to look at it this way. Those players, the Derrick Henrys, the Christian McCaffreys, the Ezekiel Elliott's, they literally are the running backs for their team. And some can argue that they are the team. But Elvin, he is surrounded by so much talent. Even just the running back room alone, which we've already discussed earlier in the show, it's not like it's the Elvin Kamara show. With those other guys, it is their show. Like their team would not be their team if it wasn't for those guys. Like those guys literally have to earn their buck for their dollar. You know, that's what they have to do. With Elvin, he's surrounded by so much talent that he doesn't get to be as explosive as those guys because he doesn't have to do it on his own. Those other guys have to do it on their own. Like those guys are their team. Like nobody can name another running back for the Cowboys or the Titans. It's just you or the Carolina Panthers. Like those guys literally carried those teams to where they were at. When you think of running back, we're always talking about Elvin Kamara and you don't put an N next to Saquon Barkley. You don't put an N next to Christian McCaffrey. You're not putting an N behind Derrick Henry. But when it's Elvin and it ain't the Chipmunks, but it's somebody. So, and that's the difference between
I mean,
Elvin getting paid and what these other ones are getting paid. Like, that's the bigger picture.
but y'all tell me is Alvin Kamara a diva? What's his personality like? Because if he a diva, then I mean that sounds good what you're saying, but when it's time to talk about the contract extension, he's gonna act like a diva and want
I
that
think
money
it should
like
go.
Ezekiel Elliott,
I
Christian
think it should
McCaffrey.
go hand in hand because he's always somebody who said in person that he wanted to be in New Orleans and that he wanted to stay in New Orleans, that New Orleans was his home and that he wasn't going nowhere. But at the same time, I can see him kind of trying to be a diva because he know how good he is and you know how players are nowadays. You know, don't let them try to know your dictate you and you know your worth and everything. We know he's that good, but we know that he's not doing it alone as well. So that depends on which Elvin Kamara that we get because he is a very humble guy. He really is a down to earth guy. But this is the money that we're talking about. So I think 12, 13 million is right up his alley.
And what I'll say is, I just think this is the perfect place for Kamara. Now there's a lot of other teams that could probably use Kamara, somebody like San Francisco. But I just think like that plays a part. Like maybe if the Saints were to offer him 12 or 13 million, I think he'll be happy to stay, especially in this system. But we'll see.
All right, big man. Well, we're about to close the show up, man. We would have topped it up a little bit more, but yeah, we're about to close down the show, man. We just wanted to get your input, and that's basically it.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. I definitely try to get on next week if y'all open up the chat line. I just wanted to jump in here a few minutes, let y'all know about the running back deal. King Henry, tighten up, baby.
Hey, tell them don't be afraid to play the Saints next time, man. That's all I want to see.
Y'all lucky. But all right, now I appreciate y'all letting me get on the show tonight.
No problem. All right. Okay, to that nation. Sorry about that, but we just want to hear his thoughts. But like I said, July 30th, that's 2 Thursdays from now, not next Thursday, but the next. That will be our next show, and that would be training camp weekend. So it'll be interesting to see, what goes down, with the players and with the season. So, that'll wrap things up. Saturday, all you gamers and anyone that just want to be entertained, tune in. I'm going to kick off Madden against our Carolina Panthers.
Yes,
They're about
sir.
to do the show. Who that? We out.